around the world.
This is Soxy News.
Everything about social system is in our news. I am the Mauas.
And I am Rachel Rose A. Jerusalem.
We are here to deliver information about social system and education. For today's news, a system model, its concept, and how it is applied in school. The key elements of school as social system.
Defining school as community, school as learning community.
To know more about the social system model, here is Shane Ross Espinosa for the details.
Thank you, Lorita Moas. So I will be discussing about the social model for school. But before that, let us talk about the concept of social system and how it is applied in school. So what is social system? It is a concept that embodies a group of individuals and institutions that work together to make a complete whole. It also identifies relationships that connects people and organizations that could contribute to the institution at large. The school is considered as a social system for there are groups of individuals that collaborates together to achieve a shared purpose. Because social system represents organizational system to align students' learning experiences with many principles of the human learning that attempts to unify individuals to contribute something to the economy, resulting to have a society that is stable and strong. Schools as social system are open system. It means that schools should be open to the entire society that comprises with inputs, transformation process, outputs, and environmental feedbacks. Also, it consists of interdependent parts, characteristics, and activities that contributes to and receive from the whole. Also, social system are people that the teachers act based on their beliefs, goals, and their roles. It is also goal-oriented because the school goal is to prepare students for adulthood. It is structural because the school is structured according to labor, specialization, and hierarchy. School as social system is normative. It's because the school have rules and regulations to equip students with appropriate behavior. Also, it is a sanction bearing because the school have formal mechanism and informal sanction to prevent students from misbehaving. Schools as social system is political because the school possesses dominance relations that naturally influence the action of administrators and teachers. Also, it has a distinctive culture because the behavior of the students are greatly influenced by the set of shared values the school has. The social system are conceptual and relative, and also all formal organizations are social system. However, all social systems are not formal organizations. So let us move on to the social system model for school. It has a structural system, cultural system, individual system, and political system. So first, let us talk about the structural system. We all know that a bureaucracy is a structure in which a large number of officials controls and administer an organization. The structural system is articulated in terms of the formal bureaucratic expectation, which are intended to help the school achieve its objectives. The principals, the teachers, and the students has an essential role in the school. They are defined based on a set expectations, and they have their own preferences, beliefs, views when it comes to their work. So let us move on to the cultural system. People are supposed to have a common values, beliefs, and thoughts, and have unity and respect as a result of interaction of individuals in the system. Culture impacts and influences people's conduct when it comes to creating common norms. The term school culture refers to all this attitude, expected behaviors, and beliefs that influence how the school works. In addition, students and teachers' shared values, tradition, beliefs, and ways of thinking come from the school culture and have a major influence on their behavior. So let's move on to the political system. The political structure obliges school to be environmentally responsible. There are external influences and the school must pay attention to them in order to establish outcome. As a result, the school should be an open system for political forces. In fact, the political system is in power relation to open system and both have similarities. Politics is definitely informal and illegal, but is an essential factor influencing the corporate behavior. Let us move on to individual system. Individual system assume that the important approach to understand the members of the school, like the administrators, teachers, and students. The school must examine their desires, views, goals, and aspirations. People are considered to be the key component of the social system, and their positive attitude has a major influence on the system's general health. Every individual in the school interprets their responsibilities based on their actions. They have demands, beliefs that are dependent on their knowledge to comprehend tasks and show the necessary behavior. This is Shane Ross Espinosa reporting.
Shane Espinosa for the details. And now, let's talk about the key elements of social system. Nino has this report. Nino?
Internal elements of system. Structure. Someone has to be in command in every organization and many in authority influence. Others who may lead others managers, who may lead others workers, and so on. Individual. A framework of personal communication in which all members, this is student, professor, administrator, service staff, and the general public are involved in this case. Their agents as well, maybe their parents, are oriented by them. Individual rights and duties are expected to be met. Culture encompasses the image, language, ethics, and objects that distinguish every civilization and influence the members' ideas, action, and opinion.
The term school culture generally refers to the beliefs, perception, relationship, attitudes, and written and unwritten rules that shape and influence every aspect of how school functions.
Politics is a system of government in education, contains two basic foundations as intellectual pursuit. The first, motivated by political science ideas, and other is based on management culture. Political core, teaching and learning. The interaction between both the learner and also the situation inside which they gain or produce information is characterized as the division office of education.
Technical core is the system of organization activity where the actual product of organization is being produced. Since the heart of the organization is the teaching and learning process, the government should focus on what should be done to uplift the quality of education in the country.
Environment is a method for people learn about environmental concerns, solve problems, and help enhance the ecosystem. Consumers that have better grasp of challenges and the ability to make educated and responsible action as a consequence.
School environment refers to the set relationship that occur among members of a school community that are determined by structural, personal, and functional factors of the education institution which provide distinctiveness to school. The school environment is an important factor when evaluating student well-being.
Feedback loops, internal and external. Pleasant or unpleasant natural cycles are possible. Feedback loops are self-regulatory and effective for achieving and sustaining an optimal condition within certain limits.
Education, a feedback loop works like any other. Pupils complete a task, receive positive or negative feedback, and alter their activities accordingly.
This is Nino J. Langorayan reporting.
Nino Langorayan, continuing the social system as community. Here is reporter Rachel Rose Rosalem for the details.
Thank you, Ludito Mauas. So let's proceed the school as community. The school as community, individuals, groups, businesses, and institutions that are invested in the welfare of a public school and its community. The communities and towns serviced by the school are referred to as the school's community. The relationship between schools and individuals, companies, and official and informal organizations that are utilize community resources and support students in reaching positive results make up the role of community in the schools. School and community. The school and community are indeed the mainspring of important and efficient forces that can help to build a healthy environment for a mutual benefit and improvement. In response, the community would demonstrate their love and appreciation by keeping their schools neat and pleasant for the student, as well as contributing resources as required. The closed door pattern. The schools are responsible for educational development, social problems of a child and its community, involvement as well as its physical and emotional well-being. Schools as closed doors prevent schools from functioning well. The schools needs frequent feedback from the community in order to adapt to changes in the system. The open door pattern. A school with an open door policy creates the parents partners to their child educational process and attempts to become an influential factors in the life of the community. School with an open door policy receives its pupil from the parents, teaches them, and raises their level of education in order to return them to their community. The balance pattern. It is assumed that existing intimate ties between the school and community should be maintained while maintaining a school distance, balance on various levels and states in order to reach the necessary academic goals as efficiently as possible. This is reporter Rachel Jerusalem reporting. For the Schools Learning Community, here is Odette Humauhas for the report.
School as a learning community. School as a learning community which all members acquire new ideas and accept responsibility for making the organization work. The educational leader's task is to change the goals of organization so that the learning is rewarded, tend to serve the improving skills and knowledge of educators through collaborative study, expertise exchange, professional dialogue, and improving the educational aspirations, achievement, and attainment of students through stronger leadership. Elements for a learning community. First, a servant leader who performs as a guide and nurturer. The role of servant leader is to make sure that their team's needs are being met, focus on helping individuals to make better decisions, and be more innovative instead of telling people what to do. The second, a shared moral purpose, a fundamental necessity for bringing the kind of change and improvement which details desirable student learning in schools into the future. Compiling idea as aspirational purpose. As a team, people can achieve far more their ends users together that they can do be alone. Third, a sense of trust and respect among all members. Trust and respect should rise in every team to take the responsibility for the activities, including you as the leader. Last, an open environment for a collaborative decision making. Leadership encourages to collaborative enterprise, build trust and minimizes issues, allow for more and better information that leads to better and more effective solutions. According to the study of West and Williams 2017, a learning community boundary is often defined in terms of participants since they are shared access, relationships, vision, and function. Each boundaries contributes in various ways to different theoretical understandings for a learning community. Access have been one point the easiest ways to define a community. For example, in according to K 2011, if people live close together, they were a community. If a children attended the same school or community, they were a school or class community. Relationship. Relational or emotional boundaries. The emotional ties divide and unify members of the community. Identify by how close or connected the members feel to each other emotionally and whether they feel trust, depend on, and share knowledge with, rely on, have an high quality of relationship with each other. Vision. According to Royal and Rose, describe effective learning community as rich environment for teamwork among the common vision of true future of their school and common sense of purpose. And function. Participants, association, merely functional, unlike more work of research, team organized to achieve particular goal. They hold together as long as the work is held in common. Characteristic of communities of the practice. First, domain. Members must have domain of interest, competence, and commitments. Domain creates common ground, inspire others to participate, guide on learning and actions. Second is the community. Pursue interest to an activities, discussion, problem solving, opportunities, sharing information, and building relationship. Creates the social fabric for enabling collective learning. Last, the practice. Actual practitioners in discussion of interests and ideas that they take back to practice. Focus which the community develops, shares, and maintain of collective knowledge. School Learning Action Cells or SLAC, Professional Learning Communities. The Department of Education or DepEd implemented a group that helped the teachers to cooperate and resolve change challenges in the schools. Learning Action Cell. It is a group of teachers that engage collaborative learning sessions to solve challenges, especially in school, facilitated by school heads or LAC leader. School-based communities to practice in positive, caring, and safe spaces. Suggest in every teacher should be guided and equipped with know-how learning process by revisiting or reviewing some areas in performing the duties and responsibilities of effective and efficient teachers.
Go.
Professional Learning Community or PLC, a group of teachers that had regularly shares expertise and works collaboratively to improve teaching skills and academic performance. Teachers should provide intellectual development of learners through various of assessment and teaching strategies makes important role of a teacher. This is Ludat A. Humauas reporting.
News for today. This has been Ludat A. Humauas.
This is Rachel Rose in Jerusalem.
See you again next time.
Here in Sockside News.
Everything about social system is in our news. God bless and keep safe.